Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. As always, I am Robert Storm. Sorry for the delay, technical difficulties. Um, yeah, and plus I'm a little late tonight. I'm running a little late because I picked something up after work and it took me forever to get it home. So we're not so much get it home, but like get it, put it in the car and all that jazz. I totally got my shirt just hanging up right behind me. Oh Jesus. I didn't even see that. I would have took that down before we started. But anyway, but yeah, I got Danny joining me today. We're going to talk about Mandalorian, Crisis on Infinite Earth. Did you see the Crisis on Infinite Earth trailer?
I did not see it.
Oh, dude,
But,
I
but I'm
did just
going
tell
to.
you. I
I
did
see
just tell
that
you.
on Disney Plus, they already got it keyed up. So as soon as it downloads, I will be watching it. I watched the Flash and the Black Lightning to get my appetite wet for it. So I'm definitely ready to see it. But
Yeah, because Crisis starts on Sunday.
Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it starts on Sunday. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
The trailer looked okay. It looked okay. I mean, I don't know really what you can really say about the trailer. It was just images and images, and
I
stuff. So
believe now that I think about it, I saw something. It looked like one of the whales was going to be in one of those god suits or something. And I don't want to tell too much because I know you have been watching Flash, but this Wells, he is like keyed on finding out that god and taking him down and killing him. So I don't know what he's gonna do, but I think he may be the anti-monitor. I'm not even sure. It's kind of confusing, but you would definitely enjoy, I believe, this season. Last two episodes, the episodes name were the Last Temptation of Barry Allen. They were awesome. So I think you'll enjoy it once ever you start binge watching it.
So I'm just gonna come out because I see people already commenting on it. So I'm already gonna comment. I'm just gonna come out with it. I don't know what your thoughts on Mandalorian is today's episode. I didn't like it. I thought it kind of sucked, man.
I think it was. I think you used the terminology filler episode.
Yeah, it was filler.
I'm really shocked because Dave Filoni usually puts out good
That's
material.
My biggest problem. Yep, that's my biggest problem.
This is something that I think that it seems like he was. I got to put something out, but my heart really ain't in it. I'm going to do this because I'm obligated to do something. It was just me. That the fact to give it a grade from A to F, I'd give it a C minus.
Yeah, about the same. The thing is, I don't mind if Dave Filoni directs an episode and the episode's not good.
Well, I think he wrote this too because I always.
That's the problem. That's the problem. He wrote this. So like this is my reaction to the episode. Starts off, I'm like, oh, he's doing this blaster thing in space. Okay, cool. And then it's like, he's got to go to the planet to repair a ship. It's like Mos Eisley Airport. I'm like, oh my god, we're going to Tatooine, and then we go to Tatooine, and there's nothing there. We didn't do anything. Like literally, we didn't do anything, right? I was like, oh well, if we're going to Tatooine, maybe they're gonna cross paths with Boba Fett, or maybe we'll see the destroyed Sarlacc pit, or maybe we'll see Cobb Vanth, who is running around with Boba's costume.
It would have been cool if they had the band playing. That would have been cool. But I was like you.
There was nothing in the episode. I don't know if you felt this, but the episode felt empty. Like there was no one in this episode. We had the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, the droid at the bar, the lady who's fixing the ship, the assassin from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and the white guy who doesn't do shit.
The amateur bounty hunter.
Yeah, I forgot what I called him. I called him something in my review. Goofy Dave Franco, whatever the fuck.
I believe the only thing was interesting was like the last 5 seconds when that person walked up. I was thinking that could be either Boba Fett, or I was thinking maybe it was the Carl Weathers.
It ain't Carl Weathers either. It's Esposito's character.
The guy that played on The Boys.
Breaking the one, no, yeah. I say the guy who played on Breaking Bad because that's where I know him most from.
That's the
But
guy we were talking about possibly playing the Black Magneto.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So because he's a moth, and he's gonna be tracking him down, right? Because he fucked over the Empire or the remnants of the Empire, so he's gonna be tracking him down. So I think now he's just slowly tracking him. And yeah, I just think that he's slowly tracking him. Dude, I swear, the actress who plays Mai from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she was wasted in this episode.
Yeah, she was.
Like, oh my God, wasted. I was like, she didn't do a goddamn thing. I'm hoping to God she's not dead and she's just faking it or something, and Esposito's character like revives her or something, because if that's all we saw, because they've been hyping her up. Like, they've been hyping her up, and I'm like, oh, so
I think her and the bounty, the amateur bounty hunter was wasted. I mean,
well, the amateur bounty hunter he sucked anyway. Like, his acting was awful.
Yeah.
The storyline with him was stupid. It's like, oh, so you're trying to get to the guild, but you don't know that this is the Mandalorian. Like, really, son? Are you that dumb?
Yeah. Even the title didn't make sense. Gunslinger. I was like, okay, I was expecting to see something more like the Gunslinger. I don't know. It was a little confusing. When I saw it originally and it was going off, I would say I believe maybe Jon Favreau might have wrote this, but when I saw Dave Filoni,
that's the thing, right?
Seeing the work he did with Rebels, I was like,
yeah,
off day.
Like I said, if he directed it and it was bad and like Jon Favreau wrote it, I would have been like, all right, so he just happened to direct a bad episode. That happens to some of the best directors.
Exactly.
You know, not every director in Hollywood directs a script that they made. They direct scripts that other people made, right? So it happens. But when it said written by Dave Filoni, I'm like, oh my God. Like I can't believe Dave. The only way I would give him a pass is if Jon Favreau said, look, we're doing 8 episodes. There's really not much to do in this episode. Like, how about we just kind of do something for the fans and throw it on Tatooine? Maybe it was meant to be a filler episode, you know, but I just don't understand why. Like, there's 8 episodes. You don't have time for filler. There's no time for filler.
Well, I'm going to leave it up to everybody's human. So maybe he was just having an off day.
But
maybe he was rushed. I mean, we don't know. If they do behind the scenes of The Mandalorian, then maybe he'll be able to explain in more detail why episode 5 wasn't as exciting or what we thought it should have been. So
you know me, right? We've been having the conversation since the show came out. I watched episode 1, 2, 3 like 800 times. I love them. Episode 4, I've only seen once. I thought it was solid. Just not an episode I want to go back and rewatch a million times. This one, I swear, I'm only gonna watch. Like, I'm never gonna watch this episode again.
I always watch them twice. First time, like I said, I always get up at 4:30, so I'm kind of like in a daze, and then as it goes in. But then I'm gonna watch this one probably again tomorrow. But like you said, I won't watch it past. I definitely won't watch this one. I may go back and watch 2 and 3 because they were like my favorites out of the whole thing. But I'm going to try it out too. Maybe
I'm not a boomer. I'm just saying I'm not a boomer. Danny's a boomer. I'm not a boomer. Okay. Technically, I wish I was a boomer, but I think I'm basically considered millennial, even though I don't want to be.
I'm not a baby boomer. I'm a Generation X.
Are you?
Yes. I was born
See, that's the generation I want to be. I'm 36. I'm an honorary one. I don't care.
I was born in 1970. Baby
boomers are before that?
Say again?
Yeah, you're right. You're actually right. But yeah. So, I mean, anyway, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I mean, super. Yeah. So this, I'm gonna show you a little something. This is why I was late tonight. Okay, I'm late tonight because of this. I bet
you I can guess. You got that Ninja Turtle thing.
Yeah. Okay, so look. To be fair, I didn't want to buy it. Oh, okay. I did want to buy it, but I didn't want to spend the money. Okay. I'm like, I need the money. Christmas is around the corner and whatnot. I'm like, but I kept thinking to myself, like, well, I'm going to buy something for myself for Christmas, you know? But the only reason why I bought it
There was a
was
dark
because
Jedi around there saying, "You're gonna go ahead and buy it."
no. Honestly, I had no intention of buying it. Like I was gonna stand firm on it, and then I got to work today, and my manager came up, is like, "Here you go," and it was a gift card for an extra 15% off anything I want in the store. So I get my 10% discount and an additional 15, so 25% off. So I saved like $80 on that thing.
That ain't bad.
So I'm like, and you can only use it until the 13th of this month. So I'm like, look, if I'm gonna get it, it's now or never. You know?
I don't blame you on that because when I went to buy this right here, I saw Galaga and I was like, and that was like one of my all-time favorites.
I still want that one, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna lean back on them for a while because I got all the ones I want, basically, like all the ones I really want. I still want to get the Marvel one that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get the Marvel one, but I got the main three that I want.
Galaga and Mortal Kombat. Those are two I would like.
Mortal Kombat was the first one. As soon as they announced it, I was like, I'm going there and I'm gonna fucking get it because I'm a massive Mortal Kombat fan.
Oh yeah.
So
I am so ready for that movie to come out. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
For that movie to come out.
I was talking to Adam about it. So I mean I got hopes for it. Dark Side Doshi comes in with a super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Doge. John Campia hated it. He's crazy. It's my second favorite. Wow. This episode your second
That's
favorite
the second favorite episode?
Dude, I think you're the one that's crazy, man. Look, all taste is up for debate. Everybody has their own taste, everybody has their own opinions. But I think John Campia was pretty much on the money with this, man.
I don't hate the episode because
I don't hate it either.
Like I don't hate any Star Wars movie. I don't even hate Solo. It's just
I thought you hated
my least favorite. I mean, I'm just saying, like I'll never go ever see it again. I won't say it about any Star Wars episode because every Star Wars episode I saw, there's something in there that is my favorite part that piques my interest. If it comes on TV, now I might not ever go pay money to see it.
Yeah.
If it comes on TV, I ain't doing nothing, and it's a Sunday or Saturday afternoon, I'll watch it just because it's Star Wars. I feel the same way about Star Trek. I love Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, like there was a lot of cool things in this episode, but you have to kind of like. So I'm coming at it from a different perspective than other people are coming at it from, right? Because like I've read the Aftermath trilogy, so I know what happens on Tatooine after Return of the Jedi. So as soon as they're like, we're going to Tatooine, everybody that doesn't read the books is like, oh yeah, we're going back to Tatooine. I'm like, oh, shit's about to go down. You know, and like shit, like nothing happened. It was almost like Mos Eisley was a ghost town. There was like nobody in that fucking city.
Yeah.
You know, there was like one person in the bar. You know, then we had the little pit droids, and there was just nothing in. It felt. I heard a rumor. Someone left a comment in my video and said they filmed this on a studio lot. It feels like it. It feels like they filmed it on a studio lot because and. This kind of gets.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I just thought of something.
You could tell when they were on those speeders, it was kind of like the same effect when they were on that thing with Nick Nolte. You could tell the special effects kind of wavered in that, and I was like, I'm not a technical fan. I mean, I don't go in there and critique it as heavy as you do. I'll be first to say I'm more of a casual fan. If it's entertaining, if it has a good storyline, if I enjoy the experience, if it's kind of crappy some spots, I can still digest it and keep going. I'm not as technical as you. I'm starting to see more things as you point them out. But I mean, this episode, if you just like if you're a Star Wars fan of any kind, technical, diehard, casual, then this episode was not as exciting or not as good as the last four. That's just facts.
It was not even exciting. It's nothing happened in it.
Yeah.
You know? Now this is what got me worried, and this might explain why this episode wasn't all that great. There's been rumors, and I don't want to get into leaks, so I'm not going to mention leaks. But there's been rumors that Tatooine is going to show up in Rise of Skywalker. What if because they were filming this while they were filming Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
What if they were like, hey, we got this Tatooine set that we're using for Rise of Skywalker. Do you guys want to use this set for an episode of Mandalorian? And maybe they had a throwaway episode and said, hey, Dave, why don't you write something about on Tatooine and just go film an episode on Tatooine? That would explain why there's only 3 actors, because there's only 3, 1, 2, 3. There's only 4 actors in this whole episode. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Mandalorian, the James Franco, and then the pit lady. The rest are all CGI characters. So there's only 4 actual actors in this episode. They could have filmed this thing in 2 days.
Yep.
So I honestly think that's what it is. I think they had the set available for them. Like, hey, you want to go film something on Tatooine? That's why it feels like a complete filler episode, because they're just
know it would have got, it's going to get a reaction too, because it's on Tatooine and Mos Eisley. Because they've probably been, well, I don't know this, but just I'm speculating. They know they're catching heat because people aren't pleased with the Star Wars experience at in Florida. So they're probably saying, well, maybe this way we can make it up to the fans. Let's give them this bone, so to speak. And like you said, you were happy. I mean, you were like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Or maybe there's a better episode, but because the Rise of Skywalker is so close, they don't want to maybe tip something. I don't know. And I made a more watered down episode. I don't think, like I said, based on what you've told me and what I've seen from Dave Filoni, this does not seem like his work. So
yeah. I think there's something else going on. I really do. I think there's something else going on other than just having a bad episode. And to be fair, every TV show has a bad episode every now and then.
Yeah.
But just, when you have someone who's a great writer like him, I just don't see that. So Darkside Doshi comes in with another super chat, with a pretty big super chat. By the way, guys, if you're entering the stream, please hit that like button. We only have 12 likes. We got 40 people watching. I want to get more likes in here. Yes, my second favorite. Fans are fickle. They want Tatooine back. When it happens, they bitch. The ending guy walking, I think, is the guy from Breaking Bad. So, yeah. No, look, man, I'm with you. You're right. Like, you're 100% right, Dosh. You're like, fans are fickle. They want Tatooine because, like, I even said it in like episode 1, the review. I'm like, why are we on another desert planet instead of Tatooine? Like, how many desert planets there are? And then they finally give us Tatooine, and I'm bitching about it. And I don't mean to bitch about it. It's just, if you're gonna do it
right.
Make it worth the while, man. Just don't like throw it in there. Like
they made it seem like a ghost town that should be still flourishing.
Yeah. Well, not really, because Cobb Vanth, who took on Boba Fett's armor, became the sheriff of Tatooine. So he's cleaning up all the scum. Yeah. So that might be a reason why it's so empty there.
I mean, like I said, it was like a ghost town. Like you said,
that's because they can't afford actors for the episode.
Yeah.
They used all the actors in last week's episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I'm telling you this right now. They said they spent $100 million on this show. That they spent about $10 million per episode. This episode didn't cost $10 million. No way.
More like $10,000 because it was. Other than the speeders, there was no special effects.
No, there wasn't no special effects unless the pit droids might have been CGI, not practical. But yeah, other than the speeders, there was no special effects, and everything was done pretty much on the on the practical set. So yeah. Darkside Doshi comes in with another super set. Sand people, we like to call them Tusken Raiders. Pit droids, stormtroopers, spikes. I mean, I'm glad Doshi liked it. I'm glad he liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's good.
That's his opinion.
If that makes somebody happy, I'm happy somebody's happy. I'd rather have somebody happy about Star Wars than someone bitching about Star Wars like the way it's been going.
I couldn't say it better.
I was on another channel yesterday. I'm not going to mention the channel. I don't want to have any ties with that channel anymore. But I was doing a stream with them, and they brought up like, oh, you see that ice thing in the Rise of Skywalker trailer? What if that's in Naboo in the Gungan City? I'm like, dude, if you really want that to happen, don't wish for that. Like that's the way I feel like Tatooine. Like, I wanted Tatooine, but I wanted it to be important. Like, if you want Naboo to come back, make sure Naboo's important. You know what I mean? But I just felt like Tatooine was like a restroom stop. It's like the Mandalorian was flying. It's like, oh, there's a rest area coming up in 5 parsecs. Let me just, stretch out my baby Yoda. That's kind of what it felt like to me.
Even Baby Yoda didn't have the same effect as he did this episode.
They barely even showed Baby Yoda.
You
noticed?
Walking down the ramp.
Yeah, he walked down the ramp, and then he was sleeping the rest of the episode. Yep. And then, like, he would be in her hand. That's it. They didn't use hardly any effects in this episode. Like I said, I feel like they filmed this in like 2 days on a lot.
The more I think about it, what you said, that was rushed. It was rushed. Like it was just dropped in his lap, maybe on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Say, okay, you got 2 days because we're gonna drop something on Friday.
No. Well, let's not forget the entire season's already been filmed.
Yeah.
So it's not like they filmed this last week.
Whenever they did it.
Yeah, what I think they did is I think maybe they had 7 episodes, right? Completely done. Like, I guarantee you next week's episode, shit's going to go down.
Yep.
I think they're going to have 7 episodes. They had 7 episodes, and I think they were hanging around, and J.J. Abrams was like, hey, we got this Tatooine set. You guys want to film an episode of Mandalorian on Tatooine? And they probably looked over at Dave Filoni and said, don't forget, Dave Filoni already directed an episode.
Uh-huh.
So they probably looked at him like, hey.
I think it's he did 1 or 2, and I think
he did
Jon Favreau did 2, and I think the guy that played Ron Howard's daughter did 1 or 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Ron Howard's daughter did the last one.
Yeah.
So I think they probably looked at Jon Favreau probably looked like, well, we got our story done. Do you want to do like some kind of little fun alternate episode that really doesn't tie in? We can do like 8 episodes, just go over and film on the Tatooine set for 2 days. I think that's what they're doing. I don't know, but that's what it felt like for me personally.
Yep. It don't suck. I mean, I see people saying they like that. I mean, I liked it. I just didn't love it. I'm not head over heels. I'm not going to introduce it to my mom. I'm just going to say, okay, it was good. So
yeah, like if it ever came out on Blu-ray and I let somebody borrow it, I'd be like, dude, just skip episode 5.
Exactly. That's just like buying a record or a CD in the old days. A CD, you hear about 4 or 5 good songs, and there was about 2 or 3 that sucked, and you just hit skip button.
I used to do that.
Same thing we're saying right here.
Yeah, all the time with music CDs and stuff, I would always do that.
Yep.
So I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal.
Nobody is hating on Star Wars.
That's why I like the episode format, because if we had a bad episode, guess what? A week from now, I bet you next week's episode is going to be awesome. Though.
Exactly.
Where if we have a bad movie like Solo, we had to wait 2 years to get the next movie. So I mean,
talking about my age, I can remember when it was a slow burn to build up to something dramatic, and then doing TV shows, you'd be like, oh my God, when are they going to get to it? When are they going to get to it? And then like the last 2 or 3 episodes of that particular series, then that's when all the stuff come out. Now, I'm going to call 2 shows in particular that I'm big fans of. If you ever watch Sons of Anarchy, it's like 0 to 100 on the first episode.
That's what Game of Thrones is.
If you ever watched Power, it's like 0 to 1,000,000. So I think society today wants everything quick, fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta have that slow burn, and this is just a slow burn. But I
don't know if you ever watched Smallville back in the day, but Smallville was a super slow burn.
Yeah.
Well, like every week it was like, oh, we're fighting this freak of the week, and then finally the season finale shit goes down. 20
what really
episodes
sucked
later.
About Smallville, well, it didn't suck, but he would introduce one power, and that one power he'd master the whole season. Like the first season, he learned about his X-ray vision, and then the whole season he trying to learn that, and then the next season I think was like his hearing. And now that I look back at it, that was smart how they did it, because the last season was awesome to me.
What, Smallville?
Smallville, yeah, I love Smallville.
Yeah.
So
do I.
The Lex Luthor was the best Lex Luthor. To me, he's even better than Gene Hackman.
Oh, I love Gene Hackman. He ain't better than Michael Rosenbaum, man.
No, Michael Rosenbaum. And I heard he's not going to be in Crisis.
No, he wasn't able to do it, which kind of upsets me, man. Yeah, it kind of upsets me because, dude, I love that dude's Lex
Yeah.
Luthor, man.
He is awesome.
But yeah, but like even with like you mentioned with the slow burn, to me, Smallville didn't start getting really, really good until season 3.
Yep.
That's when they started introducing the Superman mythology. So yeah, just
and I liked it, like when he told his best friend and the black guy, I can't think of his name. Pete, yeah. He told Pete that he had superpowers, and then Chloe. Then of course, Lana was the last one to learn. Not Lana, but Lois. But when he told his inner circle, that's when I liked it. And I like the different effects the kryptonite had on him. And I do like the way that they had his dad get that heart problem, because when he gave him Zod, not Zod, but what's his dad's name? Jor-El gave him that power that when he was under the red kryptonite influence, it damaged his heart. I thought that was cool how they wrote that. So I'm gonna be interested to see him on Crisis too. How his suit looks.
Yeah, me too. Well, I liked how they did the whole heart attack thing, because Superman, or Jonathan Kent in the Superman movie, the original Superman movie, died of a heart attack. Yeah, so I liked how they did that. But enough from Smallville. This ain't Smallville talk. But yeah, I am looking. Yeah, I know I started, but I am looking forward to Tom Welling coming back in Crisis and then Earth, man. I wonder if he's gonna don the costume, or is he just gonna run around with the jacket?
You're probably gonna think I'm stupid, but I wouldn't mind if they can't get Henry Cavill. I'll take Tom Welling.
What? As Superman?
Yes.
I don't know, dude. Have you seen Tom Welling lately? He's not that in shape.
I think, man, when they pay you kind of money, they're gonna pay you and give you those trainers and stuff. You'll get in shape, because
I'm sure
in shape to be Batman.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why he hate Batman, because he had to stay in that tip top shape.
Well, that's one reason why Hugh Jackman didn't want to be Logan anymore, because he had to keep his body in that fucking shape, man.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That's why I stay fat. I don't have to put expectations on myself.
Well, I got paid the kind of money they're paying. I'd pay those. That's why I'm a little leery. I was talking to my son and my brother. They're having doubts about, and I know we're going way off topic, but I'll get back on, about the Blade movie. I think that guy will be awesome in the acting part of it, but will he?
He's got to jack the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull it off.
Yeah,
because Wesley Snipes was built for that.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a super chat coming in, but yeah, I agree with you. I love Mahershala Ali as an actor. He needs to jack the fuck up though. Well, if Gail Gadot can do it for Wonder Woman, he can do it no problem. Dark Side Doshi comes in with another super chat. I'm glad he brought this up, because I was just about to bring this up to you. I hear John Boyega said, "Don't do Disney, don't Disney Plus me." He's what? He on Hot Ones. He on Hot Ones. I don't know what that part is. So yeah. So I don't know if you heard this, but during the promotion of Rise of Skywalker, someone asked John Boyega, would he be willing to do Disney Plus? And he's like, "Oh no, don't you Disney Plus me. You're not gonna Disney Plus me." He's like, "I do motion pictures." Yeah. He's like, "I'll watch it, but I'm not doing Disney Plus." So what's your thoughts on that? Because I love John Boyega. He, besides Daisy Ridley, he was my favorite thing about Force Awakens, which kind of made me sad that they kind of like treated him like shit in Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But I love John Boyega. I even went and saw that shitty ass Pacific Rim movie just because he was in it. And to me, I feel kind of I'm not mad at him. I think he was joking around. I think he was serious, but he said it in a joking manner. But I think it's kind of a slap in the face to people.
Yep, because Disney is a cash cow, so I ain't gonna be biting the hand that feeds me.
Well, not only that. So he's saying like, "Oh, well, I'm a motion picture guy. I'm not gonna do Disney Plus. But yet Hugh McGregor's a motion picture guy. He's doing Disney Plus.
That's right.
Like look at all these big the guy who's playing the Mandalorian. That's fucking Prince Oberyn, man. He's the villain in Wonder Woman 1984. He's been in all these big ass movies, and he's playing the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So like
last
these
time I
are
checked,
high.
Disney checks don't bounce. So if they offer me something, if I was an actor and he's just starting off, because this is the only thing that he's really being tied to Star Wars could make or break his career.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't be talking anything remotely that could be misconstrued that I'm not happy with or want to be associated with Disney.
And it's weird. It's really, really weird because, to be honest with you, if Daisy Ridley said this, I would be like, oh, I expected that coming from her. But I wouldn't expect that coming from John Boyega, because John Boyega is a hardcore Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Like, he loves Star Wars. Like, he had, like, I don't know if you ever saw the video, but like he had this giant like stormtrooper action figure that he got like Harrison Ford to sign and everything. Like, he was like freaking out when he saw the Millennium Falcon. When he did his trailer reaction, he like flipped over the couch. He was so excited. Like, he is a massive Star Wars fan. So if Disney was like, hey, you want to do a Finn series on Disney Plus? He's like, no, I'm motion pictures. Like, I don't know. Like, no. I think John Boyega's, I think maybe he's saying this, so people won't ask him.
Yeah, I know some actors got that. I've heard them say in the past they don't be pigeonholed, because sometimes once you do a character for so long, case in point, Taylor Lautner from Twilight, he can't now because everybody sees him as Jacob. For a while, Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson couldn't do anything in the mainstream, in my opinion, other than Twilight, because it kind of pigeonholed them. Now they're starting to break out now, but I can see, I guess, if you're a young actor, actress, you don't want to get categorized in one particular thing, because the guy that plays Harry Potter, his name escapes me now.
Daniel Radcliffe.
I think it is. You don't really. I mean, Harry Potter was his mountaintop. I've seen him in other movies, but I don't think they've done well. So I guess you don't want to be classified or put in that category. I mean, I can see that part of it, but it's one thing to think that. It's another thing to say that and be captured, and whoever the powers to be at this say, okay, well, we were thinking about leaning your way and give you this, but since you said blah 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 blah.
Yeah. The one thing, if Mahershala Ali wasn't Blade, I would have loved to see John Boyega as Blade. I think John Boyega could have pulled off a badass motherfucking Blade, dude. I'm telling you, dude.
I'm leaning towards Michael Jai White. That clown.
Too old, man. Too old, my friend.
How can you be too old when you're a vampire?
The actor is too old.
I'm saying, in the comic book, he looks about that age.
That's because comic books is a drawing. Comic books don't age. You can draw the same thing for 30 years. They want young actors to do 10 years of movies.
Yeah.
Right? So Michael Jai White is like, what right now? That dude is fucking old, right? So if he would do a movie now and they want to use him for 10 years, the dude's going to be like in a fucking wheelchair by the end of the 10 years. That's why they always cast young. That's why they casted Peter Parker so young, because they want to use his ass for 10 to 15 years. Like, you go look at Hugh Jackman in Logan and look at Hugh Jackman in X-Men 1. Look how much he aged. And again, Wolverine doesn't age. So that just shows you, like just because they don't age in the comic book, that's a fucking picture. Yeah. Actors really do age.
I get that part of it, but they did. Who was the old superhero? Somebody, I just had on the tip of my tongue and I forgot just that. Damn, it'll come back to me. I see your point. We're saying on that, because Ben Affleck's version of Batman to me was the best out of all of them.
Yeah, but he was supposed to play an older Batman. that was the whole purpose of his character. He was supposed to play an old cranky Batman, which I loved his version as Batman. Yeah.
And I thought Christian Bale is awesome.
I thought Christian Bale was a great Bruce Wayne. I thought he was a shitty Batman.
I like him.
He's like, where's the
compare it to George Clooney. He's better than George Clooney. He's definitely better than Val Kilmer.
Everybody better than Val Kilmer.
And
everybody better.
Just his stature. There's no way a man of Michael Keaton's stature could lift up the Joker like he did in that scene and have him over his head. There ain't no way.
It's just, dude, like
He didn't.
it's just,
He didn't even look muscular as Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne's a daggone horse. The only one that looked the part
it was
was
Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck.
Yeah. If I had to rank them, I would probably go Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, George Clooney, and Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, I thought, was just awful all the way around.
Yeah, he sucked. I liked him better as Batman than Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, he totally sucked.
Oh, he was awful. He was awful on both, though. I remember.
But I'm saying, if I could choose one or the other, I'll give him an F for Batman and an F minus for Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I remember the scene where he had with Nicole Kidman, and he was like, "It's a car. Chicks dig the car." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be a painful movie."
Yeah.
And my friend Adam fucking loves that movie. I hate Batman Forever. It is so fucking over the top. Fucking Tommy Lee Jones doing all kinds of fucking weird shit. Jim Carrey doing his kind of weird shit.
Yeah. And I love Tommy Jones, but he was off in this movie.
Yeah, he was fucking Jesus, dude. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, man. But yeah, Batman Forever, not one of my favorites. I'd rather watch Batman and Robin all day long than watch that.
You're right.
You know, yeah, I think George Clooney played a pretty good Bruce Wayne. His Batman wasn't all that great, but I think he played a pretty good Bruce Wayne.
Hey, there's something going on. Can you put me down for a minute? I'll be right.
Sure can. So, how's everybody doing, guys? I think Danny had to go take a piss. I don't know, maybe I don't know, but yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Gotta go down. You know, I wanted to put my arcade together tonight, but I'm probably not gonna be able to put that thing together till tomorrow. Maybe I don't know. I really, man, that thing's a pain in the ass to put together. If you guys never put one together, I mean, look at it. Dude, let me tell you guys something. Fuck Ghosts and Goblins. Okay, fuck that damn game, right? So I have the Final Fight arcade. It comes with Final Fight, Ghosts and Goblins, 1944, and Strider. I've been playing that game for 2 fucking weeks, and I still can't get to the second level of fucking Ghosts and Goblins. Still. Thought I was this close today, and I died. I was gonna break that fucking thing. I was gonna break that fucking thing, man. I swear to God, I was gonna fucking break that thing. Danny said he's ready to go. Going back on. Oh, what's up, Danny? You had to take a piss?
I did.
You did? He's like, yeah, I did.
Did you read that clip I sent you? Did you happen to take a gander at it?
I haven't even looked at it yet, man.
This guy, and it's not nothing to do with Star Wars. It has a theory about Black Widow that is crazy, but it might be plausible. I'm not going to tell you about it. Just take a peek at it. Maybe get a chance.
Yeah, I'll probably take a look at it sometime tomorrow.
That Widow movie is going to be something. It's going to be one of the biggest curves. Kevin Feige.
I don't see a curve happening in this movie though. Oh, we got another super chat coming in from Darkside Doshi. Darkside Doshi, the only one giving super chats. This motherfucker tipping me forever, man. I love this motherfucker. Could Ahsoka Tano return since she isn't dead? Since he isn't dead, you meant she isn't dead. I asked, absolutely she's gonna return. The question is, what point is she gonna return? At what point is Ahsoka gonna return? Because we know it's gonna happen. Are they gonna do another animated feature?
I don't want to see her animated. I want to see her on the live screen. That would be awesome.
I want to see her on the live screen too, but you got to figure out how they're gonna do that. Because right now, I mean, they could do something for season 2 because Ahsoka came in at the end of season 1 of Rebels. So she could come in season 2, but her and Sabine is in the unknown reaches looking for Ezra and Thrawn right now. So in order to do that, the only thing I can think of is maybe Thrawn emerges and comes back, and then like Ahsoka finds Ezra, and then they all come back, and I don't know. At that point,
then, good or will he be bad? Because like you told me from the Freddie Prinze thing, if if the light side wins, you know somebody from the dark side is going to rise up. So would that be Thrawn?
I don't even think Thrawn is bad in the first place. They make him kind of bad in a TV show, but if you read the novels, he's clearly not a bad person. Like he just has loyalty to the Empire. You know, he was against the Death Star, and he's clearly not a bad person. So, I mean, I'm curious to see what would happen. I seen another super chat pop up.
Yeah, he's definitely intellectual.
I am this coming in from Mad 1306. He said, I am so ready for the Mandalorian Triple X parody. Triple X parody. Like, who's he gonna have sex with? The baby Yoda? Does that then count as child pornography? That's just nasty, sir. That is, I don't care if he's 50 years old or not. That is 100% child pornography. No one wants to see baby Yoda's little Twinkie, man. Nobody wants to see it. Seen another super chat pop up from Boy Wonder. Comic chat, please explain the Black Widow theory. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna give you the floor.
This is from a channel that I follow. It's called Everything Always. This guy is usually be on point. Some of his theories make a lot of sense. He said basically today that if you look at the trailer with Black Widow and it's her sister, I believe, like her name escapes me now. There's a scene in there where they're face to face with the gun, and he frames it and says that they're the same height, same weight, same stature, but they take a page out of the movie called Face Off, which stars Nick Cage and John Travolta, and they switch faces. His theory is that they switched faces whenever she went on a secret mission between Civil War and I think Infinity Gauntlet, and that actually Black Widow has the face of her sister, the other Russian spy that was trained, and she has her face, and that she actually had.
I know where you're going with this, but I know where you're going with this. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I can debunk this whole theory in 5 seconds.
Before you do that, the guy had theories on why it would work and why it wouldn't work. I can. And it's probably the same thing you're going to say. How does she know certain things and this kind of stuff? With
that's one of it, but that's 100% not. So that's part of it, but there's a big thing on why this isn't true. Okay, so the reason why this ain't gonna work is because when they go get the Soul Stone, Red Skull talks about her past. Red Skull knows if you're real or not. He literally he mentions her father. He mentions Hawkeye's parents. He mentions Gamora and Thanos' parents. Like, he knows if a false Black Widow would have showed up, he'd have been like, "You're not Natasha. You're this, and this." So that completely debunks that whole theory. That's impossible for that theory to happen. I mean, I was going with you for a second. I was like, yeah, maybe they would, and then but then I'm like, there's no way. There's no way in monkey hell that could happen. Just because of the Red Skull thing alone, that's impossible for that to happen. I mean, it's a good theory, but
I'm just telling you what he said.
Wait. I'll go watch it, but there's no way in monkey hell that could possibly happen.
We made that same mark, but I'm like we talked in the past. This guy's information, I don't know where he's from. I don't even know who he is, but his information usually be spot on with stuff. And I've sent you a lot of clips, stuff that he's predicted and said. And like I said, your argument you made just now, it's the same argument he made. I agree with you 1,000%, but I don't know what this. Are they twin sisters? I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It can't work. One, the girl from Fighting with Family is shorter than Scarlett Johansson. Two, there's no way in hell she would know all the stuff about Hawkeye that she knows. And third, fucking Red Skull will call bullshit on that in a second. As soon as she pulls up, Red Skull will be like, bullshit. It just can't happen. If that ends up happening in the movie, they're gonna have the biggest plot hole in the MCU that will ever happen. Like, that is a major plot hole if that happens. Like, the only way they could even do that is they would have to transfer their consciousness into each other's body, and at that point, what the fuck is the point then?
Yeah.
At that point, it's just.
I'm curious. That makes you want to see Black Widow even more, to see if he just talking out of his ass or if he actually saying something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just here
this
to
whole
report what I've heard. If you watch my channel, I always say these are rumors that are out there, not nothing factual that I know. I like to report stuff that's interesting. So, but I agree with
see, I report stuff that I think may happen.
Yeah,
may happen. Like I do think that the girl with fighting from I gotta find this girl's name. What the fuck is this girl's name? Fighting with family. Let me find out her name. But I think she's just gonna end up taking Black Widow's spot. That's it. That's the whole point of this movie. Is like I said, she's young, so they want to cast someone younger to take her spot. So hold on one second. Let me find out what this chick's name is. This chick's name is, and she looks really good with black hair. Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I've never seen her before.
She was in Fighting with Family. She was in Knives Out. She was in no, she wasn't in Knives Out.
I heard you
what the fuck?
talk about Knives Out, but I didn't go see it.
Yeah, Knives Out was fantastic. She wasn't in it. But she was in Fighting with Family. Dude, she's drop dead gorgeous, man. We got another super chat coming from Christopher. Heading to the bar soon. Y'all be easy. You lucky SOB. I went to the bar on Wednesday. I ended up paying for me and Lee.
I think he had one before then, didn't he?
Yeah, he said $25. This motherfucker said $35 in a day. So I made way. I wasn't expecting to make any money, and I made more than I thought I was going to make. So it was a good night. Good night. All I need is Lucifer to drop in.
Boy, Lucifer drop in, boy. That's going to be cha-ching.
Yeah, because in 4 days, no, today's the 7th now. 8, 9, in 3 days, the pay period ends for YouTube. So whatever I make by the 10th is when I'm going to make for the month. So, yeah. And then I got to pay my final traffic ticket off this month. And I'm going to try to do a little bit of Christmas shopping. I told my parents not to get me nothing because I can't afford to get them anything. I haven't celebrated Christmas in like 2 years. So, but yeah.
With traffic tickets, Robert.
I don't think you can help but afford a traffic ticket. And besides, I already made payments on them. I only got one more payment left.
I can help with traffic tickets, Robert.
Dude, you're crazy, man. So Mad 1306 says, so do you think Thanos will show up in Eternals? Is this a prequel or a sequel though? I don't know if this is taking place present time or not.
I am sick of Thanos, so I hope he stays.
I'm a little over Thanos too. I think we can go without Thanos for a while. You know, I heard a rumor. Speaking of rumors, Danny, I heard a rumor that the Eternals might secretly set up Galactus.
That would be good.
That they might make Galactus in what would they call the big fucking thing that's in Guardians of the Galaxy, Celestial. That they're making Galactus Celestial because I guess the Eternals created them.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be the seed.
I just watched the Silver Surfer on Disney Plus and was watching where Galactus almost died and Silver Surfer had to save him. So
now you watch a lot of Disney Plus, don't you?
Man, I love it.
Dude, you're getting your $6.99 worth.
The $6.99 I spent in quite some time.
You know, it's great. I love Disney Plus. I just haven't had a shitload of time to watch anything. I just got around this morning to finishing the second episode of Watchmen. Have to tell you guys, still not digging this show, man.
Yeah,
I'm 2 episodes in.
Somebody said they say that they got a black Batman on Watchmen. Is that true?
A black Batman.
I got a text from a friend of mine that saying he heard that they got a version of a black Batman on Watchmen.
If they have, I haven't got that far in it. I'm pretty sure if it's a black Batman, it's not Batman. It's probably a character that's similar to Batman. Because in the Watchmen comics,
Owl guy,
Night Owl was sort of like Batman, but he was also from sort of like Blue Beetle too. He was sort of like a mixture of both. So I mean, it's possible
to Watchmen like you did. I only saw it once and I was underwhelmed.
I love that.
I watched it again, but
I'm not digging the show though, dude.
I'm not and I know you probably gonna say I'm stupid, but I like The Boys better than Watchmen. I was totally
Movies,
bored.
two completely different things.
But it kind of had like the same kind of feel to me. Like I can't put it into words.
Boys was okay. I enjoyed Boys, but there was some times where I'm like, come on, boys, hurry up and do
There's a
something.
trailer with Boys 2 on season 2. I haven't.
They pulled it. Yeah, they pulled it. You can't even see it no more.
That's what I'm ready to see. Dr. Doom.
Matt 1306 comes in with a super chat. I heard Dr. Doom is going to be in Black Panther. I heard that too a couple days ago. I haven't looked into it. But if you've been following my channel, I've been saying that's been a real strong possibility. I either Namor or Dr. Doom is the logical choice. I would love them to do both too. I think it might be overkill. What I would like to see is Namor and then have Dr. Doom show up at the end. You know, sort of show. But you can do the same storyline for either. You can either do Atlantis versus Wakanda, or you can do Liberia, yeah, versus Wakanda. You can do the same thing. The only reason why I would lean more toward the Namor is because in Endgame they hinted toward the earthquake off the coast of Africa, so that really kind of leans into Namor could be there somewhere, you know.
Yeah, and plus they want to capitalize on that Aquaman money too. Oh, you already done Aquaman, so we're gonna get our version of Aquaman.
Yeah, but it would make a lot of sense to put Doom in Black Panther, and this is why it would make a lot of sense, because Black Panther in the comic books was first introduced in the Fantastic Four comics, so it would be very poetic and done justice that the MCU's Fantastic Four is introduced in the Black Panther movies. And we know Black Panther is going to make, well, the first Black Panther made $2 billion, right? It made more than $1 billion. It made like $2 billion, right? So we know Black Panther 2 is going to make at the very least $1 billion.
Yep.
So why not throw some Fantastic Four stuff in there? That way, you know, all these people can see it. And then sort of like what they did with Spider-Man and Civil War. Like, they knew Civil War was going to make a shitload of money. So, like, let's throw Spider-Man in there and Black Panther in there. That's going to get everybody excited to go see their solo movies. And boom, that's what happened. Everybody got excited. Marvel's not fucking stupid. Marvel is not fucking stupid.
Nope.
They're not dumb. They know what's up.
As long as they keep Kevin Feige, they're going to be all right.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin Feige, because he just signed a new deal. Now he's over all Marvel. I don't think he's going to go over to Star Wars like everybody thought he was. I think he's going to produce that one movie, but I think Jon Favreau is going to end up being the Kevin Feige of Star Wars.
Too thin. I mean, I don't know. I want to see. I think I'd rather see Dr. Doom. I think he's more interesting character than Namor. What I heard doing my little bit of research is that somehow he's trying to expand his kingdom, and it goes over into Africa, and then it kind of crosses over into Wakanda, and then that's where the confrontation between him and
a couple of the Doom bots show up in Africa, and Black Panther's like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah,
and it's like Victor Von Doom on the back of the robot's head. Who the fuck is Victor Von Doom? Mm-hmm. And then that starts off the whole thing. That would actually be pretty cool. I have faith that Ryan Coogler will know his shit. Ryan Coogler is a fucking great director. I have faith that. And remember, at D23, they asked Kevin Feige, like, so Ryan, do you want to announce the villain? And he's like, no, not yet. So that tells me right there it's going to be a big villain. It's either going to be Namor or Doom. It's going to be something big. Something so big that when they announce it, it's going to break the internet. Like, that's how big it's going to be. You know, they're not going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be Killmonger again. No, it's going to be someone big, you know. I still think Killmonger's alive, though.
If they're looking at the dollars, it would be smarter, I think, to do Namor, because I'm thinking you get his character would be someone that's maybe Chinese or of that descent. So that's going to help their sales over in China.
Yep.
So if they want to do something that's going to be more to, I guess, the American fans or to the continuity of what they are of what they've been doing so far, then I guess Doom, in my opinion, would be the smarter choice. But at the end of the day, it's all about that Benjamin. So,
well, I know they're trying to really get this Shang-Chi movie off the ground, which soon as they said it was going to be like the what was it, the 10 rings
yeah,
and
10 rings.
and we were going to get the real
Mandarin. Yeah.
Mandarin. I'm like, okay, I'm because when they first announced it, I'm like, look, maybe this would be the first movie that I'm not going to be interested in. And then when they announced, oh, we're going to get the real Mandarin, I'm like, fuck, you always know how to get me on something, right? Like, because originally Doctor Strange was the first movie I wasn't going to watch. I was like, okay, I'm not a big Doctor Strange fan. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to watch it. And they got me by casting Rachel McAdams in it. I'm like, fuck, they got me.
Yeah.
So I think by them bringing Mandarin in, it pulls me in. But I like what you're saying because I really think they need to cast an Asian to play Namor. And this is why. I don't know how far back you go with my videos, but the top video on my channel is Black Panther gets bad reviews in China. Right?
I remember that.
How would you get better reviews? Cast a fucking Chinese person to play fucking Namor.
That is correct. If you follow basketball, the most popular basketball team well until about 2 months ago in China was Houston because my team played for Houston Rockets. So I'd go ahead and tap into that.
Yeah.
Marvel.
We got a super chat coming in from Poetic Gangsta, and he writes, Variety and Collider talked about how Watchmen is a word-of-mouth HBO hit, drawing over 7.1 million viewers. Fans are ignoring the triggered racist and loving it. Dude, I don't know. So I really wish Danny was a fan of Watchmen, because I would really like to get a person of color as opinion on it instead of just having me, like the white guy's opinion on it. It's like, so I watched the first episode. I'm going to talk to you, Danny. I want to talk to you about this, okay?
Sure.
I'm coming from a white boy perspective. So the very first episode starts off with Black Wall Street and the massacre of Black Wall Street. Okay? Now, I've seen people write, Rob, it's a real thing. It really happened. I'm not saying it happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't want to turn into the TV and watch white people massacre a bunch of black people. That's not something I want to see. Like I don't want to go on Facebook and see people butchering cows. You know, yeah, I'm pretty sure they butcher cows. That's how we get steak. It doesn't mean I want to fucking see it, you know? Like, I understand it's a part of history, but to see a white person kill a black baby and drag black people with horses, that I don't want to see that, okay? You know?
I totally agree with you. I wouldn't want to see if it was vice versa. As you know, I'm in law enforcement, and I refuse to go to any autopsy because I don't want to see that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nothing that I want to see. It's nothing that I have to see. And I've done made it perfectly clear that I will gladly go home 3 days suspension if I'm made to go see it. So I totally get where you're coming from.
Because
you don't want to see something.
There's images you can't get out of your mind. I've seen stuff on Facebook with people do to animals, like the animal cruelty, and that stuff that I seen years ago, and I still have in my head, right? And like I sat down to watch Watchmen, okay? Like you at least seen the movie once, right? Yeah. Like there was nothing like that in the movie. So I turned on the fucking movie, and I'm like, what the fuck? I had Adam over the house Wednesday. I'm like, Adam, you need to sit down and watch this. Adam watched it. He's like, Rob, shut it off. I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'll shut it off. I'm done. You know, and I got called like racist and all kinds of stuff in the comments, right? Because I said I don't want to see that. You know, it just I don't want to see humanity do that to humanity. Like humanity's so dark. I don't want to see that. And you know, I don't want to see the cult of Rorschach be a bunch of KKK racists, because I'm sorry. Rorschach in the movie is not racist. He's a character that knows the difference between right and wrong and is willing to die to do what is right. No compromise, Daniel, not even in the face of Armageddon. That was one of his last words before he died by Dr. Manhattan. So I'm watching the second episode, and there's nothing as extreme as in the first episode, but they're kind of going with this like, it's very race heavy, which is weird, man. It's really weird. It's like the cops are trying to take out all these white people because they're following the the Rorschach Cole. The sheriff has a KKK costume in his closet. I'm like, what am I watching? This isn't Watchmen. And people are like, well, it's the show's great. You got to keep watching. It's like, I shouldn't have to watch something so cringy that way, you know?
I don't know if you remember this, and I'm going to use this as an example. Howard Stern, I'm sure you heard of him.
Howard Stern, yeah.
In the movie, I forgot the name of the movie he did years ago that told his life story. And one thing that sticks in my mind is how he became so popular, because when they polled people, they said they watch and listen to his show to see what he was going to say next. That's what I think people are doing now in some of these TV shows. They're not actually worrying about the content, but they're going to make something so shocking that people be like, did you see such and such? Did you see that?
Well, that's the way. That's the way wrestling was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Back in 98, Vince McMahon made shit show, like he was having girls strip naked on Raw. It was like shock TV. But people turned in just to see what the fuck was going to happen.
That's right. But he got away from. I don't want to get in that tangent. I used to be a big time wrestling fan, boy. I'm crazy.
Oh yeah, I don't watch it no more. I fell off.
Go back to our original point.
But
some of these shows in here just to see, they're gonna push the envelope so bad, not really worry about the content. Yeah, some of that stuff might have been true, but just because something is true, you don't have to necessarily show it in a way that's going to be offensive to people. And if black, white, blue, green, male, female, if something is offending you and you tell me why and your explanation makes sense, then I'm not mad at you. But if you just say, just like Colin Kaepernick, in my opinion, I wasn't offended. He knelt down during a national anthem. I'm a veteran, and he explained why he did it. His explanation made sense.
Yeah, it ain't like he set the flag on fire or anything. He just knelt down.
Like, no, he should have done that. I mean, that's your opinion.
Yeah,
I don't see your comment about watching Watchmen and that particular part of it is offensive as a black man.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
And another thing, this happened in the second episode. This really doesn't have anything to do with race because this was just white against white people. But you remember basically the villain of Watchmen, Ozymandias, the guy who blew up all the cities to frame Dr. Manhattan. Well, he's played by Jeremy Irons in the show, and he makes this play called the Watchman's Son or whatever the fuck it is, which is a play about Dr. Manhattan. And he has these actors playing it, and they put on this play for him because he's like off in his own little place, right? And he makes this guy go in that booth that Dr. Manhattan was in when it went off and made when Dr. Manhattan blew up in that nuclear thing.
Yeah.
So he replicated that, and he had this actor go in there. And he's like, all right, I need you to really act this one out. And he pulls the trigger, and it burns this guy alive just so he can get the acting performance out of the other. I'm like, dude, he literally set that guy on fire. I'm like, dude, Ozymandias is not a fucking psychopath like that. Yeah. Like the Ozymandias I know from the comics and the movie is not a psychopath. Ozymandias is like the smartest person in the world, right? Other than Dr. Manhattan. He's not a fucking lunatic psychopath. But anyway, I can go on about Watchmen, but I got 2 more super chats that just popped in I got to get into. But I'm just not feeling Watchmen out of it.
Remember, too, this is like, I know I hate bringing this up, but you hate Venom. I like Venom. It's just the person's personal taste in the way that the director directs it. It's not your Spider-Man, what you said, but I'm of the mindset it's an alternate universe. But still,
I'd rather watch Venom than fucking Watchmen. So Boy Wonder comes in with a super chat, and it's getting late. I might have to call here in about 10 minutes. Okay. Boy Wonder comes in. MCU ruining the story by bringing back the dead. We don't know what they're doing. We can't say that. I mean, if
there's a rumor, Boy Wonder, a theory, one individual had. There's no truth to that. That's not been said by anybody of any importance at Marvel. That was just this particular YouTuber's theory and what he believed may be possible.
And they really haven't
inside back somewhere, but again, that's nothing concrete. That's just something that I saw. I thought was interesting, and I gave it to my boy Rob to see what he thought about it.
And to be fair, a lot of people died that haven't come back. We haven't seen Quicksilver come back since he died in Avengers: Age of Ultron.
If my understanding, if you die with the Soul Stone, that's final. There's no way
Yeah,
to come back on
that's
it.
final. You know, the reason why Gamora came back because it's an alternate Gamora, but the other Gamora still died. That's still a thing. Even if they bring Black Widow back, it will be a different Black Widow because the real Black Widow still died with the Soul Stone. Same thing with Loki. The real Loki died. This is just an alternate reality of Loki.
Now,
So the stakes are still there. He's dead, dude. Thanos killed that motherfucker. He snapped his fucking neck, son. The Loki huh? Well, the Loki we're gonna get in the series is gonna be the one from.
I know that
the Tesseract.
I'm still never sure about Loki because that clown can look like he's dead or hurt or whatever, and next thing you know, he's popping back up. So even when I saw that the first out of the 5th time I went to see it, I was like, Loki ain't dead. So that's just my little hopeful.
I don't know. I think he's pretty dead. The ship did blow up too, but you're right. With Loki, you never do know. So we got Mad1306 coming in with no super chat. I am a fan of the show, and the reason they showed the Tuzla massacre is because it's a Tesla. Thank you. I'm illiterate. Is because it sets up. It's a setup for a character's backstory, like Magneto's Holocaust scene in X-Men. Yeah, I think you're talking about. Okay. No spoilers. I'm only on episode 2. I believe you're talking about the Will character, right? The Will character, the guy in the wheelchair. I'm pretty sure he's the one that survived that. That's fine. But when me and Adam was watching the episode, like okay, still, regardless if it's his backstory or not, that's fine. There still comes a point where you don't have to show that graphic stuff on TV. Right? Like we saw Magneto in X-Men 1 where his parents are getting separated from him in the Holocaust. We didn't see fucking Hitler gas him and skin him and set him on fire, did we? We still got the same outcome, the same emotional attachment to Magneto, and we didn't have to see any kind of graphic stuff. We didn't have to see them starve for months at a time and then be gassed naked in the chambers and then buried in a giant burial thing. Like there's a difference, man. You don't, just because you can show graphic stuff doesn't mean you have to, man. That was hard to watch. There was a little boy holding a dead girl in her hand. And that was in the opening scenes of Watchmen. That is hard to watch, man. I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, Namekian, or a fucking android. It's hard to watch. You know? And maybe I'm just at the age now to where I'm just like, I don't need to see that. I don't. Right? Like people that watch videos of the Taliban beheading people, like, why would you want to watch that? You know, there's sick people out there to watch that. But I understand that it's a setup. I understand it's a setup. I believe it's setting up for Will's character. I believe that. But when me and Adam was watching it, I looked at Adam like, you know, in the Watchmen comic and in the Watchmen movie, when they showed events like this, it was because part of the Watchmen was involved. Like the shooting of JFK, the reason why they showed it was because Comedian was the one who did it. The Vietnam War was because Comedian and Dr. Manhattan was there. So even if Will is part of this massacre and he was the little boy, which I'm putting 2 and 2 together that he is, we don't have to see that much violence, man. It is hard to watch. So anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. We had another one pop in from Poetic Gangsta. Ask Dan cult following versus what? Ask Dan cult following versus MCU's popularity. Which one wins? I think he means ask you, ask Dan. Cult following versus MCU's popularity. Which wins? I don't understand the question unless you do.
What's he talking about?
I don't know. I guess he's like, what would win? Cult following or the MCU's popularity?
The MCU popularity right now. Anything MCU puts out is gold.
Cult following doesn't win nothing because the prime example. You know what the definition of cult following is, which means you have a very small fan base, but they are die hard. Like for an example, Blade Runner. Blade Runner has a massive cult following. But you know what? When Blade Runner 2049 came out, it bombed. It didn't make hardly any money. You know why? Because only the cult fans agree or are excited for it. You know, the MCU, you can make any movie. You put that Marvel fucking studio thing on there, dude, you're fucking gonna make bank. You're gonna make bank. Well, what's so funny?
I'm laughing at this next super chat.
Okay. Have you Darkside Doshi, have you ever ended a date when someone said something stupid? The girl said loves Catwoman, so I had to end the date early. I'm trying to think.
No, that is stupid. If it's gonna lead to the promised land, she can say whatever the hell she want to say.
No, because for the past year and a half, I've been doing like Tinder and stuff, and I had a girl I was talking to for like 3 weeks, man, like talking to her heavily. Right, we were supposed to go out and get coffee, and this was during the time of the election last year, and she was a teacher. She's like, I'm gonna go and watch the results, and she asked me who I voted for, and I'm like, I didn't vote for anybody, and she's like, why not? I'm like, I don't follow politics. It's just not something I do, right? And she's like, you're what's wrong with the world today. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, I'm not just going to vote for somebody just to vote for somebody. If I don't know the difference in the ins and outs, I'm not going to vote. And she stopped talking to me after that. But I can't remember not talking to a girl because, like, I don't know. If a girl said they like Transformers, I probably won't talk to them.
Oh, hell.
You know? If a girl said they like...
Now, Rob, he said cult following made Suicide Squad. So I guess he said if individuals that a movie is deemed a cult following movie, is that
but
popular than any MCU movie?
Suicide Squad is not considered. Suicide Squad is not considered a cult following. Let me finish up this question, then we'll go back to his. I seen where he clarified it because he said Harley versus Black Widow, because Harley has a lot of people that love Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And like you go to conventions, everybody dresses like Harley Quinn. So will Birds of Prey outdo Black Widow, because Black Widow has the MCU movie, but Harley Quinn has a cult following.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that in a second. Let's just finish up this question. But yeah, I never had that happen as far as I know. Not that I can remember, but if I talk to people and they're like, oh yeah, I really like Transformers Fallen Knight, I would be like, okay, I'm probably not going to talk to you again. It was really been nice. I mean, unless you look like Amber Heard, then you can tell me you like Venom and I still like you, but like if you would have to look like fucking Amber Heard, for me to put up with that shit. I am very particular about my movies. If you like shitty movies, I that's something I can't overlook. But so let's get back to that.
Venom, but you love her. She like He-Man, boy, I tell you.
Fuck, He-Man's awesome, man. I got the power, son. All right, let's go back to this one here. Let's go back to this one here. So I wish he would have just said, I mean, I guess I get where he's coming from now. Yeah. So Harley Quinn has a big, massive following. She has tons of comic books. She's got the new animated show or that's out right now. Girls love the cosplay as her. I mean, there's all kinds of porn parodies of Harley Quinn. I mean, a lot of Black Widow too. But will Black Widow make more than Birds of Prey because of the MCU name? Now, we had a similar question last night, and I wrote a poll if people was excited. So you go ahead and give your answer. I'm going to look up the results of that poll.
I believe it will, because as folk cult, as a bigger cult that she has, and she being Harley Quinn, DC doesn't have the power that MCU has, because I did not think that Captain Marvel would make $1 billion. I just did not think that. And I believe Captain Marvel is not as popular. Maybe in the comic book she may be more popular, but in the casual fan or the movie going fan.
Okay, so here's the poll. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to wait till after you got done and just kind of stuck on the stuff. So I wrote here, hey, everyone, are you looking forward to Birds of Prey? We had 726 votes, guys. 726 votes. 70% said no. So there's no way, just by going from my little small fan base, there's no way I see Birds of Prey outperforming.
Let's pose that
Black Widow
for Black Widow and see what it is tomorrow or whenever you do your next. Right?
I'll post one for Black Widow right now.
because my vote is Black Widow. I'm
gonna phrase it differently. I'm gonna say if you could only choose one, which one would you see?
Oh, no doubt, Black Widow. Now, based on what you tell me, because I know you're going to see Birds of Prey, is how I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna go opening night because I'm really not a Harley Quinn fan.
I'm not a massive Harley Quinn fan. I'm a massive Margot Robbie fan.
Yeah.
But
she was one of the better parts in Suicide Squad. But was she big enough star to have her own movie? In my opinion, no. But because we do this kind of channel, I'll probably go see it. But if I hear enough people say it stinks, then I probably won't go see it. I definitely won't go see it opening night. But I will definitely be at Black Widow on opening night.
Yeah, because you want to see what's going to happen next, and it's the first movie in Phase 4.
Yep.
If you could only see one of these movies, which would it be? All right, the poll is up.
Good. I'm getting off early on the 19th so I can go see Star Wars and see how that is.
I'm off on the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. I bought my Star Wars tickets on Wednesday. Me and Adam went and bought our tickets. So I'm going to the 6 o'clock showing on the 19th. Then when we're done, me and Adam's coming back. We're doing a live review of the movie. Then the following day, I got to drop Autumn off at work whenever she goes in. I don't know what time she's going in. And then I am free to go see that movie all fucking day. And I'm going to see it 4 or 5 times. And then on Christmas Day, I'm taking Autumn's mom to go see it. So it's probably just going to be me and Autumn's mom. But yeah, me and Ona's going to go see it. So the poll's up, guys. I wrote, if you can only see one of these movies, which would it be, Birds of Prey or Black Widow? Now, out of 728 votes before, 70% said they're not looking forward to Birds of Prey. So to me, that pretty much says that people are going to see Black Widow just because it's Black Widow, man.
Yep.
Like really, like you got the MCU, man. Who would have ever thought Doctor Strange would be successful, man? Like really.
I'm gonna tell you how old I am. Go back on YouTube and look up. They did a Doctor Strange live action. Have you ever seen the Spider-Man live action?
Yes, it's awful.
Okay,
I seen the Daredevil. Yeah, I seen the Daredevil, the Thor. I used to watch the Incredible Hulk all the time.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude, they're
live action.
Yeah,
I like the Daredevil to introduce on the Hulk, but the Thor totally sucked.
The Spider-Man one's awful. He got rope instead of web.
But when I was a little boy, man, that was the only thing on TV, boy. And
I know.
Every Wednesday night. I even got the live action Shazam somewhere here in the house.
What's that?
The live action Shazam.
Oh, they got it on the DC streaming service, the live action Shazam.
And Isis. Used to watch all that. Well, I hope you and Adam don't fight this time.
Well, I'm gonna see. Adam is a crier, but I'm a crier too. Like I cried during the trailer, but I'm a quiet crier. Like Adam has to like amplify everything by 500. Like if he yawns, he's like, ooh, instead of just going. You know, if he sneezes, instead of going, he's, you know, if he coughs, you know, he's got to amplify everything by 100. So when we went to go see Endgame, you know how many people died in that. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. So next thing was so awful, right? When Black Widow died, you know, I'm sitting here crying and he's over there. Oh no, not Black Widow. No, come on, man. I'm like, Adam.
Move about 2 seats over.
I'm like, Adam, you're ruining this for me.
I'm not with him.
Yeah. So, what?
I'd be like, I'm not with him.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were pointing at my mic. But yeah, no, he did the same thing with Power Rangers. When Power Rangers came out a couple years ago, when
no,
I don't know if you've seen the movie, but
I
they
saw it one time and I was like, oh.
You remember when they killed the Blue Ranger?
Yeah.
And they brought him back? Dude, he was bald. He's like, no, they can't kill Billy. No, bullcrap. I looked at him. I'm like, Adam, he was in the trailer. He's going to live. You know?
Oh my God.
But I'm going to tell him before we go see the movie, I'm like, look, bro, this is my movie that I've been waiting a long time to see. If you get emotional, but keep it to yourself. Like when we went to the bar on Wednesday on the way back, dude, like he was like, and I'm moving in with this guy in March. He's moving in with me, you know, but like we're driving and he's just, oh, I'm like, Adam, you don't have to be so loud, buddy. Calm. You sound like a fucking walrus about to have sex with a penguin. You know. So anyway, we got 2 more super chats coming in, and I'm probably gonna call it now because it's 12:30 and I got to get up really, really early.
I do too.
Oh man, I'm so close to $80 though. I'm at 79. So let's get to these super chats and then we'll call it. Maggot. What maggot? Outshined the whole cast. What? I think he meant Margot Robbie. Outshined the whole cast in Suicide Squad, which pushed it to number 1. Name any Avengers movie where Black Widow's performance outshined the whole cast.
We're not. Can I answer that?
Yeah, because I got a lot to say about that.
We're not saying that Harley Quinn isn't the most popular character. We're just saying that she doesn't belong to the most popular film productions. It's not going to outsell Marvel. Marvel is the king dog. Whether you like it, don't like it, I'm gonna steal Ric Flair sign. Sit down and watch it because that's the best thing going today is Marvel. That they are the king.
Yeah.
So it's not going to outperform, even though her character is more popular than the Black Widow character. It's just not going to outsell it.
Prime example. I got a prime example for this. First of all, I'm going to piggyback off what you say. I absolutely agree with what you said. No one's saying that she wasn't the best thing in the movie, right? But Marvel has the Marvel name, the MCU name. That's why Captain Marvel, which Harley Quinn is way more popular than Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel made $1 billion. Okay, Suicide Squad didn't make $1 billion. Not only that, Batman and Superman are the most popular comic book characters in history. If you look up the comic book sales month to month, Batman is always the hottest selling comic book. Yet Batman v Superman did not make $1 billion. Captain Marvel did. You know why? Because it has the Marvel name. Not saying Captain Marvel is more popular than Batman and Superman, just saying that Captain Marvel has the MCU name. And Marvel is also successful because every movie connects to the other movies. You have to see the next movie if you want to know what's going to happen next. People are going to go see this because, one, it's the first movie in the Phase 4. They're going to want to know what's up with this new girl. Is she going to be the new Black Widow? They're going to want to know about Natasha's backstory. What do we got from Birds of Prey? Oh, you took Black Mask. You made him gay. You took one of the best assassins that they have in the Batman universe, Victor Zsasz, made him fucking Black Mask dick puppet. You took Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, and you made them. I don't know what you made them. Like Cassandra Cain doesn't look anything like Cassandra Cain in the comics. Harley Quinn is Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie's fantastic, but then you got like Black Canary and Huntress, and what? They don't look nothing like their characters. It's like it's completely different, man. It's completely different. It's completely different. I'm sorry.
I've never heard those two words put together in my entire existence on this planet.
Dude, just keep hanging out with me. I make up all kinds of weird shit. I just make shit up as I go, man.
Oh my God, that was funny. But I agree with what you said. There ain't no way. It's just
there's no way in hell. I would say this is just a brief guess now. You guys can timestamp this and save it. I would say if I had to put money on it, I would say neither one of them is going to make $1 billion. But I would say if one of them will make $1 billion, Black Widow has the better shot. Black Widow will also eventually make more money than Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey is coming out in February. Most crappy movies come out in February. Where Black Widow is coming out in May, right? It's May, right? March or May?
May 2020.
Okay, that's summertime, so
Yep.
they have a lot of faith in
The
that.
first movie of the spring.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, dude. It just there's no way you can compare the two. I know you're trying to put you're trying to take a piss on the MCU, but it's just not gonna happen, man. There's too much. There's this thing called stats, and there was this show on ESPN called Numbers Never Lie, and guess what? The numbers of the MCU doesn't lie. The MCU has made so much money that their average $1 billion per movie. Not every movie has made $1 billion, but they've made so much money over the 10 years that they average 1 billion per movie. And you can say first of all, Black Panther in February, you can throw that out the door. They put Black Panther in February because of Black History Month.
Yep.
Okay. Otherwise, they would have, and plus they had Infinity War came out that year too. So Infinity War was taking the summer spot. So they had no other choice but to put Black Panther in February.
That was a stroke of genius because that made black people want to go more.
It was a genius because you know why? Because Marvel's not stupid. So I seen another super chat, and then I think we'll call it a night after this, unless we get another super chat coming in. Have you ever walked out on a movie? Doom for me. I have walked out of a movie. I actually walked out on a movie. It was Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I went and saw it with Autumn. This was when I had Movie Pass, so it wasn't like I really paid for anything. I remember because Adam was like, "Oh, you're gonna like this, right?" So I went and I saw Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I got about 20 minutes in. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm done with this." I got up and walked out.
I haven't never walked out, but there's some I have wanted.
The other one I wanted to walk out on was Seed of Chucky. That movie was awful, but I paid for it, so I had to sit through it.
I stopped the Chucky movies after I think one. Didn't he have a baby on one of them? The child of Chucky or something like that?
Seed of Chucky. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I stopped on. I was like, that's enough.
Yeah, it was awful. I went and saw Elektra, but I fell asleep halfway through, and I slept all the way to the end. What's that?
I actually liked Elektra.
Never finished watching it. I went and saw it in theaters. I fell asleep, and by the time I woke up, it was the credits. I own it. I have it on DVD. Just never went back and rewatched it.
What'd you think of the first Daredevil?
I love it. I love it so much. I love that movie. I love that movie.
Like the fight scenes, it was so dark I couldn't see. I like when I can.
Well, that's because CGI back then sucked.
Yeah.
So they had to make everything dark to kind of hide the CGI.
Remaster that or do something different.
Oh, yeah, so what I do. I fucking love that movie. I love that movie so much, man. Like that's like one thing me and Adam agree on. Like we both love Daredevil like a lot.
I like that too.
Yeah. So what's that?
All right, so man, I got to go because I'm like you. I gotta
get up dude.
About 30 to go to work tomorrow.
Almost 1 o'clock, and I got to be up around 5. So I want to thank everybody for coming out, checking out the channel. I appreciate all the super chats. You guys are awesome. I love you. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Thank Danny for coming in. His mic sounds good because he's got a Yeti now. He just has to work on his autofocus on his cam settings, but he will do that tomorrow after work. Right, Danny? But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much. I don't have a video scheduled for tomorrow yet. Well, tomorrow, Saturday. I'm either going to clip something out from yesterday's live stream, or I'll just do a video on something. I don't know yet. I'm super tired. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys all so much. Thank you, Danny, and you all have a good night. Later.
All right. Later.